Hey guys, welcome back to Fourth Wall Reactions. Today I'm checking out some more Jessica Jones. This is episode 6 of season 3. Last episode we saw Jessica and Trish start working together. And that was quite a dynamic, a little rough as it's going to be. But they had a little meeting of the minds, so we'll see how it goes going forward. Jerry pretty much ruined everybody's life. And Kith's husband committed suicide. Malcolm is having a lot of doubts, particularly after this suicide. And we don't know if Eric is dead or alive. I'm guessing alive. But if he is still alive, he is in the hands of a serial killer. Never good. So clearly, I have to get back to this ASAP. Let's check it out. Look what I found for you.
Jesus.
Address for Gregory Salinger.
The killer who you followed here. How'd you get onto Salinger in the first place?
I'll come down when you're ready for my official statement. Till then, I'll be drunk.
Business as usual.
What?
My
In
God.
your photo shoot, you are crippled by good looks and charm, and they afford you a pride in your underfed mind. You've teamed with an arrogant alcoholic who embodies fortune over ability. She has not earned her powers. She's cheated.
Not one more client will leave us today. Not one.
Any word from Rand? They're giving me the runaround, but I'm going there now to beat down some doors.
There is not a door strong enough to keep you out.
Going down to Rand. Huh.
You touch him and I'll rip your face off.
It's exactly the level of discourse I expected.
Tell me where you are and I'll come and explain every mistake you've made.
If you can find me, find me. If not, you can pick up his pieces. It'd be flattering if it weren't such hubris.
This guy is tiresome. I always like how she wears virtually the same outfit in every scene, like it is a superhero costume.
I told you we'd handle it.
I heard you.
Yet here you are.
Yeah.
You have control issues, Jones.
You think?
Photos of his 8 victims.
Jesus. 7, you mean 7, not 8. The coroner counted 7 bodies in that train yard.
You have 7 bodies. There are 8 victims. If I know which photo isn't on the list, I can find the 8th victim.
Back off, or I will run you in for obstruction.
No, share your information. Can only be helpful. Oh, that was slick.
Out of here. What the hell, Malcolm?
Hey,
Whoa! Oh!
shit's enough from you, asshole.
Stop! I'll go with you!
Get off!
Stop! Okay, I said I'd go with you!
A serial killer just kidnapped your brother.
What?
Eric might already be dead.
Behave.
Guess who's next?
So, follow him. Go with him. Jeez. Oh, God. Are you gonna... Oh, Jerry.
Kith talks about
You
it.
should go.
I just wanted to check on your mom.
She doesn't want to see you. She won't tell me what part you played in this, but you seem awful.
I'll take that. At least take the bagels.
I'm sorry. Are you hurt?
My wrist.
No, here, let me help you.
I can do it.
Then we'll nail that asshole.
You stop saying that.
Saying what?
We'll save him. We'll nail that asshole. You should be scared and worried and pessimistic.
Mom.
So come on in.
Okay, this should be really interesting.
I think you should tell her. Please don't tell me you're a couple.
What?
There are much better lesbians out there.
Mom, I'm not. No.
Remember that nightmare experiment that put Trish in a coma? Well, turns out it worked. She can run up walls, she can fight, she can kick.
Jess, just stop.
Have you finally just gone off the deep end? Okay, just stop. You're scaring me now. You'll give me nightmares.
Throw her out?
Good.
Baby, what is she talking about?
Woo!
I'll give you 2 minutes.
Why didn't you tell me?
I thought you'd react the way you're reacting.
What? Hurt? Horrified? Afraid?
I mean, I also know how you feel about powered people. You've always resented Jessica.
My problem with Jessica isn't her powers, it's that she's rude, violent, and ungrateful.
You don't know what I'm capable of.
I know you're capable of dying. I was there. Remember?
We're gonna have each other's backs. We'll be perfectly safe.
Bullshit. And what happens to me?
How can she be so naive?
Worse.
Try being a little kid whose mother's mood swings end up in bruises. Or the teen who's pimped out by the person who is supposed to protect her. I am this way because you made me this way.
Where's my brother?
Working on it.
Bad people even make him sick. He can't take it. I know. Don't worry, we're gonna save him.
This is where you need Trish. He's gonna be fine. No problem.
No. I need an honest assessment of your falsity. This photograph is to be your apology for casting others in shadow while you soaked up sunlight you didn't deserve. I thought when Donnie died that I would become the favorite. But Dad just said he wished it had been me.
Ooh.
I doubt he meant that literally.
He stabbed me in the chest at the funeral luncheon.
What?
It's me. You're allergic to me.
That's crazy.
Why do I do this to you? You're a cheater.
This guy is so tedious.
Surprise.
Hey, Patsy.
What?
Exactly. I'll be right back.
Your visage.
Where'd you get that? Who are you?
Jessica Jones, private investigator. Salinger kidnapped a friend of mine.
Well, then your friend is into some kinky shit?
This isn't rope play. Salinger is a serial killer. People are dead.
I knew it. I mean, I didn't know it, but it all makes... Oh, God.
Tell me everything you know about Salinger.
Even when he had me in a chokehold, I thought, okay, we're skipping right to it. Then I woke up in the kitchen, taped to a chair.
And that didn't raise any red flags?
It was sexy. He freaked out like he'd never been kissed by anyone. He bolted out of there.
A commercial kitchen? Abandoned?
Evil's the wrong word. I am asserting fairness in an unfair world. Those are the things you're sensing, not evil.
No, I sense evil.
Cheaters.
Woohoo! Go, go, go! Woohoo!
Shit.
Can't see you. Oh, it's Trish. She can see you.
You're looking dapper.
Gay, you mean? Yes, very.
Out and proud. Congratulations.
Thanks for the push.
I'm very pleased for you, but
You were poaching 2/3 of your business.
Oh. Oh.
Rand.
Mr. Rand has been on some sort of sabbatical. The board made the decision yesterday.
She saved my life.
And
So did you.
it's what Trish wants to hear.
Hypothetically, if I have a client who's dabbled in blackmailing, but now he could help put away a bigger bad guy.
I am done giving out free legal advice.
I found a serial killer. Those bodies in the train yard?
That was you.
Problem is the cops can't pin it on the killer. He's too careful.
Find out everything you can on those train yard bodies.
Ah,
On the what?
Look it up.
Jared, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I can't do it.
How many years for kidnapping?
Eric.
He'll be
I can't.
surrounded by criminals.
What do you mean you can't?
It would kill me.
Yep.
I barely survived a day with Salinger. We're talking about a year with hundreds of Salingers.
You won't.
Trish.
Yeah.
If it was me, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, because you chose this. I chose this. But he didn't.
Don't ever lecture me on knowing what the stakes are again.
We should start at the beginning.
I get it now. Why you do it.
And why is that?
Because it's who you are. And not doing it would be a lie. You mind moving closer? You're like aspirin to me.
Worst come online ever.
It's like an antidote. How often do we ever see Jessica smile? It is so rare. That warms my heart. It warms my cold, sarcastic heart.
Salinger's just getting started.
Okay. I threw some cold water on it.
He talked about you. You and Trish. We might have unleashed him.
Shit.
Oh. Alright, so that was episode 6. I had a lot of ups and downs with this episode. I think it was good. I'm gonna start with Jerry. I have to hand it to her with her tenacity. But having the gall to show up to what looks like a wake for Peter. I get that the optics of that she kind of had to do, was she's maintaining that she had nothing to do with this and, he was whatever he was. But that was so uncomfortable to watch on all counts because she knew what she did. And then the ALS kicking in, and then the sun. Just every part of that was just tragic and uncomfortable. I mean, what Peter did was not Jerry's fault. He decided to do that, but she played a role in it, and she decided to show up at this event. So that scene was her fault. And I'm thinking that what's going to happen, perhaps, I think Jerry's going to get in on this case. If she represents that guy, I just don't know. I just feel like she's going to involve herself somehow as a way to try and save the practice a little bit. I love the mention of Rand. I don't have the dislike of Danny that a lot of people do. I like him just fine. I didn't think Iron Fist was the best series. But it had its moments, and I liked Danny a whole lot when he was paired with Luke and when he was with all the other defenders and everything. So, and I know all of these are canceled now, but hearing, that Rand was happening somewhere out there and that Danny was somewhere, I liked being reminded of that. I thought that was cool. But back to Jerry. I think she's going to insert herself in this whole case, and maybe she's going to try and use it to bring more attention. I don't know. I don't know what she's going to do exactly, but she's up to something. Jerry. Good old Malcolm. You could write his encounter with the sister. I forget her name. As being sort of just, a weakness. I actually feel like it has more to do with his being an addict, and he's the thing that he latched onto, which was Jerry and this work, that he's finding it going very wrong, and now his compass is spinning a little bit. The addict in him needs some kind of fix, and there she was offering it. So it's but he's clearly struggling, which is sad because I actually really like Malcolm. He's got a lot of flaws, and sometimes he pisses me off, but I like him. I'm rooting for him. And I'm going to go to Trish. I wrote down, I will back up Trish on that. And I wrote that down during the scene that she had with her mom, when she was confronting her with all of this business from the past, from being pimped out, from being bruised, and just never, the whole history, which she suffered, is terrible. It is terrible. And there's no getting around that. There's no excusing it. It always amazes me that Trish still even has a relationship with the mother. I can't imagine what that must be like to try and have a relationship that is so filled with abuse in the past and trying to move forward. It's amazing to me that that's even possible. So in those situations, I feel Trish. I understand Trish. Trish is right about all of that. And I'll back her 100% on all of that. And then she has to go and be all... She has her moments where I just can't stand her, and her moments where I really do like her and understand where she's coming from. Yeah. She ran hot and cold for me this episode. And that's Trish. I did think it was unfair of Jessica to sort of out her to her mom. However, it was hilarious, so that's fine. I have always wondered about this issue within this Netflix universe of Marvel heroes. Is you have some of them who are very notorious and well known. Everyone knows Luke Cage. He's the hero of Harlem. And you have Matt, who runs around in a mask. So you have the two sides of the spectrum. Very well-known heroes and heroes who are in hiding. So to protect your identity, it's also to protect yourself. It's to protect the people that you love. It's a common theme. But it does make me wonder. Trish doesn't really have a whole lot of people in her life. Maybe just her mother. The only other person who's that close to her is Jess. So the whole, I need to hide my identity. I don't know. I don't know where that's going to go. I'm not entirely sure of her need for secrecy. The situations in this universe could go either way. You could be very well known like Luke or Jessica, or you could try and hide your identity like Matt and like Trish is trying to do. But yeah, that was just something I was wondering about as far as secret identity. What do you guys make of that? Anyway, and I was just thinking about sort of the handling of non-superpowered villains versus superpowered villains. So not all antagonists and villains have to be powered in order to address them. They can just be regular people. But it does seem like it would make sense for superheroes to handle criminals that have superpowers and issues that cops can't handle, and leave the non-powered criminals to the cops. They can help each other. I don't know. But in the Marvel universe, and at least in this Netflix universe, it seems like there's a lot of crossover in that. But I do think there is a point to be made for leaving certain cases to the police and certain cases for those who not work above the law, work around the law, let's say. They have special jurisdiction. When Salinger was going on about, having earned powers and, you didn't earn this, you're cheating. It's like getting mad at, super gorgeous people when they didn't really do anything to, it's just DNA. What can you do? Why be mad at them for that? And I guess I can see his point. You know, you're not sort of born brilliant. You do have to study and learn and hone things. But in a way, though, that's what you inherit. You are born with the capacity or not. So a certain amount of that you just get. So I realize I'm trying to poke a logic hole in the crazy serial killer's logic. He kind of bothers me a little bit. I mean, both the character and the portrayal, just a little bit. I don't know what it is about it yet, but he bugs me. He's the villain. He's supposed to bother me. But I see a lot of Seven in this season. He's very John Doe to me. I hesitate to say something about Kevin Spacey, but I think we can all agree that his performance in that film was incredible. And it's not fair to maybe hold this actor up to a vintage Kevin Spacey standard. But he's not quite doing it for me. But I am suitably horrified at the things that he's doing and saying. So on that front, it is working. He's doing his job well. I'm really glad that Eric is okay, and he's absolutely right. If he went to prison and was surrounded 24/7 by people who were, you know, just that collective power of all the criminals there, he would just, no. And I thought it was adorable how he sort of gets this, you know, calming effect from Jessica. And that moment really touched me. I don't know why. It just, you know, we rarely see her smile. We rarely see her at peace. That was just such a sweet scene. I know it's probably all going to go to hell. And it's so interesting that, you know, I was kind of in the beginning of this season, I was kind of mourning the fact that she and Oscar hadn't made a go of it, and then, you know, that fell apart. And she talked about, you know, putting up walls, and he was talking about, you know, being able to be open and all this stuff. I think it's really fascinating that she's hooked up with this super who, I mean, he kind of gets through to her core whether she wants him to or not. She can put up all the mental blocks. She can put up all the emotional blocks. But she's still vulnerable to him because he senses her intentions. And I love that. Sometimes I think that Luke and Jessica are sort of the ideal couple just because of their powers and how they complement each other. And I think in the graphic novel, I understand that they are together a lot more and they, you know, have a family and all this stuff, I believe. But I'm actually really enjoying this relationship. Which means that Eric is probably going to die and it's all going to go to hell. So, yeah, I'm going to gear up for that. Just in case. All right, I think all in all, a pretty good episode. Move the plot forward. The guy is behind bars for now. Only halfway through the season, so I have no idea where all of this is going to go. But I'm looking forward to finding out. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this with me. If you enjoyed the reaction, please feel free to give it a like, a share, and a subscribe. Full reactions are on Patreon, and be sure to join me for the next episode. Thanks, you guys. Bye.